How do we do this next part?
So
now
we have
that
a
we've
very
had a
special Let Me Know segment.
That's a crazy way to do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Let Me Know podcast.
Welcome to Let Me Beep.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome. Wait, the Let Beep Me Beep.
No, you're not allowed to say that one.
Beep.
That one's really bad.
Beep. Boop. Beep, beep. I was watching the Osbornes on stream the other night. Did you ever watch the Osbornes?
Come into my room and take my beer from my room.
So you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was covering it because after Ozzy Osbourne died, it was like, a lot of you might know Ozzy from Black Sabbath and his, music career. But he also had a second career in reality TV. And like the Osbournes revolutionized.
Walked so the Kardashians could run.
Yes, they really did. And anyway, so I was watching that show and I forgot that in the first season, they don't really do it, but then in afterwards they do. They bleep out all of the swearing, and it is constant.
Yeah.
But it was part of the comedy of the Osbournes that they were just constant.
They just didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah. Do you remember when people were saying that when he passed that they were going to go to like Switzerland and do like assisted suicide, like him and Sharon together? Did you hear that?
What?
So people were like speculating. I went down this rabbit hole. People are speculating that they had a like suicide pact, basically, where if one of them passed, they would go to Switzerland to do it so that they could both die together. And so when he was like kind of at the end, people were like trying to figure out if they were going to go out together and stuff. Which is insane because it didn't happen.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, was that what he was thinking when he like tried to kill her back in the 90s
Maybe.
or whenever it was? He's like, we're going out together.
I don't know. I have no idea.
What a
time.
what a wacky family. Speaking of reality shows, I saw something pop up on Twitter. Do you remember a show from 2003, 2004, and it was a Howard Stern show called Butterface?
No.
You don't remember this? Okay.
And also you couldn't, if you gave me a million guesses to guess what it would be called, it wouldn't be that.
Well, do
Butterface?
you know the term Butterface?
Yeah, everything's hot butterface.
Butterface. So I see this clip pop up. It's Butterface. Okay, wait, hold on. Ready?
Oh, butterface.
Butterface. Which,
Is
first of all,
is that supposed to be not hot?
yeah, I guess in the early 2000s, this was the face of a woman who was so ugly that she had to put a bag on her head.
Oh, we're screwed.
We're
then.
so screwed. I know. Yeah, this
How
guy
traumatizing.
he's acting like he's puking.
That is insane.
Isn't that
if I look at her and I
insane?
try to find one part of her face that isn't like stunning, I can't.
She also, I don't think she has any makeup on. Like that's just, she's so hot.
What
She's
an
so hot.
insane concept for a show. I did not know that this
Horrifying.
existed.
So anyway, I saw
This
that
picture's
clip.
sending me, by the way. Like it's so silly.
Me when I don't want to be
Me when I don't.
perceived.
Me.
Me. So I see this clip and I'm like, bro.
Wait, can I address something first that
Yeah.
I said to you before, but I'm just going to say it? My laptop won't charge anymore.
Oh,
it
yes.
died.
You feel very self-conscious
I
about having
feel
your phone.
very self-conscious that I have my phone out because what I do, I'm just going to break the fourth wall here. When we're recording an episode, I will write down like, hey, we showed this clip. Let's make sure we remember to send
Just
it to our
let the
editor.
record show that Sam is
I'm not texting probably. So if you see me on my phone, I'm not being an asshole. I'm working, okay?
And if you see me on my phone,
She doesn't give a fuck about you guys.
if you see me on my phone, I am probably doing nothing.
I actually want to
except
see what you're pretending.
burning my brain.
What do you mean?
I just
Perfect.
had my email opened. Yeah, whenever I have to pretend to be on my phone, I'm like, it's like I've never used my phone before. I'm like, what's this?
Can I tell you an
thing?
email that I got today that I've gotten 3 times?
Yeah.
Kick wants me so bad.
Oh, well, Mr. Beast is on Kick, so
They want me so bad. They keep sending me emails that's like, hey, this is how much you could be making on Kick. And I'm like,
wow.
okay.
And you're like, add 10 more zeros to that, and then we'll talk.
Sure.
Anyway, so I was going to ask you other crazy reality shows that you remember, because Butterface was, of course, it was a show where it was about finding a woman with the hottest body and the ugliest face. That was the concept of it.
Classic.
Just, not equal opportunity. Okay, we didn't have men and women.
No.
It was find me the ugliest faced woman with the hottest body.
There was one, and there is a fantastic video that I think is on Jordan Adika's channel.
Wait,
of
is it
him.
this one?
Yeah, it's the one where they like swap, like the white people do blackface, and then
it's black and white. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And
it's crazy.
I think I've watched it twice. It's a video of them reacting to it. It's insane.
Yeah, no,
insane.
It's diabolical. There are so many reality TV shows that you cannot believe they got away with putting that on television.
I should send you something that you can watch on stream because it's amazing. There was a show, and I can't remember what it was called, and I'm not 100% sure of the concept, but basically what they do is they have two couples, and this couple listens to what this couple wants their house to look like, and then vice versa, and then they switch, and each couple kind of like gives the other house
like
a
Home
makeover.
Improvement?
It's like Extreme Makeover, except they just switch houses. And there's a montage of them being so sad because the makeovers are terrible. And it's an incredible watch. I have to send it to you. Those ones are always good. Did you ever hear about how Extreme Makeover Home Edition just fucked people over?
No.
So
I mean, that kind of seems par for the course with just reality shows in general.
There's a couple examples of it where, so Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Is that Chip and Joanna Gaines? No.
Ty Pennington.
Okay. I can't. That's the realm of
bus. Really? This was one of the it was like Survivor Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Okay.
It's a big one. So what they do is they send a family on a vacation, and then they bring 1,000 people in and make over their house. And they're like, oh, you like peanuts? Well, we turned your entire bedroom into a circus. Anyways, a lot of times what happens with these houses is they give these houses an extreme makeover, but it makes like the property taxes insane, the utilities become insane.
They're saddled with a ton of costs.
Yeah, they put this house together in like a week, so it's not
also cheaply made.
Yeah, it's not like the most efficient house. And so the families a lot of times will just get screwed. So it'll be like, oh, like my husband died from cancer and my kids have cancer and everybody has cancer. And then they'll be like, oh, well, here's a new house. And then they just go broke because they can't afford to deal with this new house.
That's so fucked.
So they have to sell it.
That was like my cousin went on Price is Right and she won a car, but because of the taxes on it, most people just end up like if you win the big prize, you would just end up selling it because
you have to pay.
Otherwise, you have to pay the
taxes on receiving it, which is insane.
Yeah.
I think that the 2000s were just full of like, we're going to do this idea and whatever happens on the back end is none of our business, which I think at least now they're still kind of like that, but they're better about the obvious, like, okay.
Well, it is kind of funny to see. So with Love Island and all the insanity of Love Island, there was discourse around.
The winners broke up, by the way.
Oh, no.
And there's been big tea on, I don't think it was the winners of last year, but a couple that was still together until recently. There was big tea where they were together and then the next day they broke up and everybody on the show unfollowed him. So I don't know what happened. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Ooh, the IG unfollow.
Yep. Leah is always my Love Island queen, by the way.
Okay. Well,
she's my favorite. My favorite horse girl.
I feel like I still see stuff about Love Island all the time, but it's one of those where I have still not watched it. And so it's kind of a like, I'm aware, but I'm also not aware.
I think it's on the decline because I think that they're getting too shameless and people are starting to be like, whoa.
Okay. So my point was, there's a lot of discourse around how insane, how out of control Love Island is. But then I thought back to like 2000s reality TV when there was the explosion of reality TV. And then there was the writer's strike in 2007, 2008. And so the only thing that was getting produced is reality TV. And I think maybe we forget how it's always been fucking insane and in fact was even crazier. So the show that I was thinking about was...
I just want to say that I've been watching that girl take the bag off her head for the last 10 minutes. Yep.
Okay. Do you remember The Swan?
No.
So The Swan is considered one of the most controversial reality shows of all time. It's from 2004. There were 2 seasons. And it was a show that was on Fox. And it was a show that focused on women, ugly women, ugly ducklings. Yeah, shocking. Ugly ducklings who undergo an extreme plastic surgery makeover. And then all in the service of competing in a beauty pageant. So they literally call them ugly ducklings. And then one of them becomes the Swan. And that's the winner of the beauty pageant.
So they all undergo plastic surgery and then they pick out whoever looks the best
and they
at the end of it?
They compete in a beauty pageant and then the winner is the Swan.
What?
I know, isn't it fucked up? And of course it was like big time exploitative and was such a cruel show. Just promoting really awful, unrealistic beauty standards, exploiting these women's insecurities. Like,
I mean, some of them like don't even look like the same person.
No, it's complete makeover.
Yeah, what?
They also were not allowed to look in a mirror during the makeover process. They could only
For how long? Was it the entirety of like the...
Yes. The entirety of the show. It was like 3 months of undergoing a makeover.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Have you seen that lady on TikTok? I know you don't use TikTok, that went to like Mexico and got like a really insane facelift. Like actually she's like, I think maybe in her like 50s or 60s. And
Did you get the Kris Jenner?
let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. So look at this. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
She's been documenting on TikTok.
That's crazy.
Isn't it just like...
You know, and you think about how far plastic surgery has advanced and like what is it gonna look like?
They're
in
getting
20
really
years,
good at
in
it.
50 years.
Like, I do have to give them their flowers that they are becoming really... Like, I can't even talk shit because it used to be like when somebody got plastic surgery, like a lot of it, you were like, all right, they're pretty Hollywood looking. Sure, whatever.
And I always think about, too, the first people to undergo... Like, imagine being one of the first people to undergo a facelift.
Yeah. No, and there was one person that just said, I trust you. And there's been some really bad ones. And like, I have not had plastic surgery. I got my lips done. And I know that like, you can get your lips dissolved and stuff. But I do think for mine, it has changed how they are shaped. And I wish that I could go back and then get them done again, knowing what I know now, you know, like a little bit differently. And so there definitely is like I cannot imagine getting a facelift and just having it look bad.
Did you see Jamie Lee Curtis's comments? So you know how she's doing press for Freakier Friday? Jamie Lee Curtis, who I have talked about way too much. You know what? Actually, not enough. But she did an interview. I can't remember what outlet it was, but she was talking about plastic surgery and how this is truly how she phrased it. Plastic surgery has been responsible for a genocide of a generation of women.
There's no way she hasn't had none. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well, first of all, I went, okay, so you can use the word genocide, but in relation to women who get plastic surgery.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think there's and I said this, I said this on stream, there's a conversation to be had about the exploitative nature of the beauty industry, of plastic surgery, of how like 14-year-olds on TikTok are being fed, their algorithm filled with come with me and get, as I get a nose job and like
Nose jobs and lip filler.
like
a
lot of
under
plastic
18.
surgeons have gotten onto social media, and a lot of them have quite a big following.
Yeah, I love watching nose job TikTok. I'm just gonna say it. I love watching it.
But anyway, so she was talking about it, and it was, of course, Jamie Lee. So she had the most extreme take on it. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like my opinions on plastic surgery are, I don't love when it is marketed to women as like something that you must do.
Yeah.
The societal pressures to look young because youth equals beauty equals value. And as a woman, when you no longer are youthful, then you're no longer valuable to society. And also, I think a lot of times people will get stuff done because they are feeling those external pressures. Did we watch the TikTok of the girl who was like crashing out over the fact that her Indian family had always like made her feel bad about her nose when she was growing up? Then she finally got a nose job. And then they were like, well, your nose is so nice. And she was just crashing out about how it's just never good enough.
Yeah. I love when I see on TikTok, there's a kind of a trend is like empowering people for their natural like noses. Cause I think for women, the nose is one of like the biggest things on our face that people will like, you know what I mean? And so they'll show pictures of like historical figures that have like the same nose as them and just be like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? This is my genetics.
Yeah, I think it gets a little like, when it can get a little, getting into the, natural beauty conversation,
Sure.
especially when you have people like Jamila Jamil, who is incredibly beautiful and railing against the beauty industry and telling people you should just embrace your natural self. And it's like, Jamila Jamil, you're a size 0, you're size 0 or 2.
Yeah.
You have, naturally very gorgeous features.
Yeah.
And you're kind of
good genes.
And I don't know, like there are a lot of people who I think taking care of themselves, whatever that looks like, it can dramatically improve.
Yeah, as long as you don't
lives.
if you feel like you are lack thereof, if you don't, that's I think the problem that we have to solve. But if you are like, hey, I've always fucking hated my nose and I have the financial resources to get a nose job and like I just want to do that. Like that's what I did with lip filler. I was just like, I like how it looks on other people and I want to try it. And then I did it and I was like, yeah. I was like, I'll always do this, like
you went, yep, I'm bought and sold.
Literally I was sold. But I agree. It's tough on both sides when people say, fuck you if you get plastic surgery. Cause it's like, well,
yeah. And also,
they're really good at it now. I don't know.
There's a lot of trans people who plastic surgery is,
I didn't even think about that.
Part of gender affirming care and can really be life-saving.
Yeah.
Can make them feel like they are fitting in with the bodies that they were born into.
That's what's really nice when industries get really good at something, inevitably I think it becomes cheaper, And so for having that be something that's like an affordable thing.
Yes. And what happens with rich people is once the masses, us non-billionaires, once something is accessible to the masses and more people are participating in it, then the ultra rich, the elite will be like, okay, we've moved on from that. Like it's no longer a status symbol. Same thing with fashion. Like I remember when Michael Kors bags were a status symbol and then you had everyday women starting to get them and carry them around. And then, you started seeing Michael Kors bags ending up at TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
And it is this like when rich people when it's no longer something just for rich people, then they have to like find the next thing.
Rich
they move
people
on, and that's why
love
they
being
gatekeep
rich.
that shit too. Oh yeah. And the other thing too about beauty, a lot of times you'll see someone and you're like, man, I wish I looked like them, or they're so lucky. It's having money. It's having
also
resources.
their job. So it's like, I hate to use the Kardashians as an example because they're the Kardashians, but it's like, I hate when people look at somebody like the Kardashians, or there's so many examples, and you feel anything less than yourself, because it's like every day when they wake up, from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep, their job is to make themselves as beautiful as possible. Because that's what they're selling.
Their image is their entire empire.
Yeah. So it's like, imagine, you watching this who has a 9 to 5, but you feel bad about yourself. That 9 to 5 work time that you spend paying your bills is what they're doing trying to look hot.
Yeah, and they have infinite resources. Did you see the fuck ass Skims face shapewear?
No.
You didn't see. It's giving Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. So Kim is one of her new products is this seamless sculpt face wrap. Said to be a must-have addition to your nightly routine. So this is the kind of stuff that pisses me off, right? Where there are definitely insecurities that have been generated in people from social media, where it's like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing to be insecure about, or something that I needed to fix, and now I feel like I do. This is not a fucking thing, okay? No. Wrapping your face.
Do you think she wears that? I don't think so.
I feel like she just goes into a vat.
I always wonder about that. She's cryophrases.
Yeah, they just put her into.
I think the Kardashians again are a big example, because so many of them have put out lines of stuff. Like, I always wonder what products they use. Like, does Kylie use Kylie Jenner lip kit? Like, does Hailey Bieber wear Rhode every day?
Does she use the phone case with the lip gloss in it?
She's so iconic.
So iconic.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a face wrap. As it sounds, you wrap it around your face to support your jaw and neck, and it's supposed to sculpt your face. And it's very similar to Meryl Streep's Madeline Ashton in Death Becomes Her.
I was going to say, it looks like that.
Meryl Streep is wearing this in the film because she's just had plastic surgery. And it also speaks to her character being such a narcissist. Like, it's all about attaining eternal youth and beauty. And this is a product that it doesn't work the way that it's being advertised. The only reason to wear a wrap like this is when you have had surgery, because it's supposed to be for swelling.
Like, you're wanting it to not. You don't want the fluids in your face that happen when you get swelling to go anywhere that they're not supposed to be. Like, you want them to go away from the parts.
But this is the type of stuff that, like, remember when compression chin straps went viral on TikTok? This kind of stuff it's trends, right?
How do we feel about is it the Goshwa? You know what
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
The gosh, bagosh. The Goshwa, the thing, it looks like a really big guitar pick, and you do this. This is a call out for John Choi, because you do this shit on stream all the time. And he's the mewing king.
There are so many things that
How do you spell it? Gosh.
That I have never even heard of.
I'm trying to Google it, and all that's coming up is Go Shorty. It's your birthday.
We used to use Cetaphil.
Guasha. It's this thing. So you take this. It's made
like
of
a jade roller?
Don't know. Yeah, it's made of jade. You take it and you do this with it. So you go like this. And I don't know if it's like lymphatic drainage or something. Yeah, John does it on stream all the time. But also he streams like this. Like, if you know him in person, and if you watch his stream, this is a full call out. Like, when the camera goes on, he goes
Yeah, he's always trying to serve his looks.
Yeah,
on
but that's,
stream.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, I don't know if that does
And
anything.
I don't
know.
A lot of this stuff is just straight up consumerism.
Yeah.
It's like someone who has 30 Stanley Cups.
We should do
and
it
100,000
for,
Labubus.
like, we should both do it on just the right side of our face for like 2 months and see if anything
does anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are some products that work, that
Sure.
you want to add it in, but it turns into this just constantly new products. Oh, here, this is to use on a thing that you didn't even know existed.
It's like, was this a problem that
you didn't know you had? Well, now you do.
Yeah, that's insane. Also unsurprising that it's a Kardashian product. I'm sorry.
I know. Oh man, they just.
Speaking of celebrities,
can
we please talk about Travis Kelce?
Can we please talk about Travis Kelce's GQ cover, which I feel comfortable in saying maybe the worst of all time.
Can you click on it? Because I can't click on this link on my phone.
Maybe the worst of all time.
God.
Yeah, here's Travis Kelce shot by La Roche. If I were La Roche, I would be like, no, that wasn't me. It was someone else.
Yeah.
I just don't understand who is this for?
No, I don't know.
What do they want?
Like, am I tired of hearing about Taylor right now? Yes. Do I wish she would have intervened? Yes. Because I will give her flowers. Like, she is fashionable.
Why does he have a snake?
You know what it's giving? And I don't know if you're going to understand this, but somebody will. It's giving Rob from the last season of Love Island. Because there's this guy that was on Love Island. His name's Rob. And he lives in like a trailer on this big property, and he's a snake guy. So he just kind of wades around in the river and catches snakes all day. Kind of love him. I'm going to be honest. That's toxic, but I'm kind of obsessed with him. It's giving that. That's what it is.
It's also giving like someone that Lana
OSHA.
Del Rey would.
It's giving OSHA in Ocean.
It's giving. It's giving someone that Lana Del Rey would marry in like a whirlwind.
True.
Oh yeah, I just met this guy working on the docks and now we're married.
You know what sucks too? And I don't know if this is a hot take. I think Travis Kelce's a attractive man. I do think
I've met him in person.
He's not my type.
I've met him in person. He's hot.
Yeah, he's hot. This does him no justice.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Like, what were they going for with that?
Why is he wearing one of these
high vis
vests?
That's a $3 high vis vest they probably got from Cabela's.
I just don't like. What is that?
Brokeback Ocean.
Bro. Put in the bro and Brokeback. It
must be. Do you think they're chasing memes? Do you think that they're...
I don't know. I mean, also, though, like, here's a quote from Travis Kelce in the interview. That football is shaped funny. That thing can bounce your way, and it cannot bounce your way.
Yeah,
There's a lot of fortune that goes into playing this game. You know what this reminds me of? He would be somebody out of, like, Zoolander.
Have you seen the pictures of, like, his old tweets? The ones, like, about the squirrel?
Where he's, like, looking at the moon. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those people where like I almost could stan him, but then I don't because of multiple reasons. But like I wish I could. Like maybe I wish he was like more funny, dumb. Yeah, what is that?
That's the cover.
Is it supposed to be fur?
That's the cover.
Or is it supposed to be hair?
I think it's a fur hood. I quote tweeted it and was like, I genuinely thought this was the January 6th shaman guy.
Yeah, I saw that and you're so right. Did you ever have a jacket? These were really popular, like probably when we were in like high school, middle school, where it was like the Hollister kind of like tighter jacket
with
that had the fur hood.
Oh, I didn't, but I wanted one.
Fur hoods were big.
I wanted one of those so badly. And now here's Travis Kelce on the cover of GQ, rocking it all these years later.
Can you fill me in on what the Taylor... We refuse. We refuse. But what is happening with Taylor right now? Is it an album?
Yes. So she's releasing her 9th full album called...
Confessions of a Showgirl?
It's called just Showgirl, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. But she went on... So Taylor like does not normally do podcasts and media and stuff like that.
Understandably.
She went on... Same with Beyonce.
Yeah.
She went on the Kelce's podcast and announced the album on it.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. But I guess like... But also...
I saw a tweet.
But also I feel like that kind of makes sense.
No, I saw a tweet and I think that that's fair because she knows, the tweet said she knows that it's not going to get edited to make her look any different than she wants it to be. She knows that she has full control over how that edit is. And so this is her opportunity to be on a podcast and not have it be handled weirdly. So,
yeah, and
like,
I guess,
what the hell?
like, where else would she promote that? I don't know. Makes sense. She would go on her boyfriend's podcast and be like,
mutually beneficial.
My ninth album.
They do. I mean, again, like they do seem like they're doing all right. Like to be parasocial, like kind of seems like they're happy.
To be parasocial, it kind of seems that they're happy.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but I think the GQ cover has been universally panned. I've even seen Swifties on Twitter being like,
Hey man,
yeah, sorry, what is this?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's a flop. I wish him the best. I do think it's a little bit weird for him to put that out at the same time that she did the whole album stuff. Kind of conflicting.
Ooh.
Little bit of a show
A little bit of a show stealer. There can only be one show girl.
There's all the speculation of how people will be like, there was a video of Taylor 5 years ago where there was the number 12 like in the background, like up in the skybox, like she must have planned that. And I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
the thing is though, is that because of the way that Taylor does shit, all her Easter eggs, all her little, puzzles and whatnot, I think it is also trained Swifties to look for clues, to make the connections and everything. Honestly, I feel like if Swifties were not spending all their time and energy trying to put the Taylor Swift puzzles together, I feel like they'd just be in QAnon.
Yeah, probably. That's true. That's true. I think I saw a tweet that said something like that, where it was like, thank God
they would
Taylor
be in
Swift.
something like that, you know? Something where they're like constantly connecting
their energy is being put towards something that at least is like, for the most part, unless they try to dox people, harmless.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, sure, be obsessed with Taylor Swift. I do like to watch them have a full fizzle out though on some like time. The pixel in this photo is purple and her album cover was purple. So she must be re-releasing, you know what I mean?
I know, it's like Da Vinci Code shit, but for teenage girls.
I've always said this, the most powerful force in the universe is a teenage girl with access to the internet. They will find anything.
Oh.
Everything.
Never discount teenage girls from their power in culture.
Yeah. If you have a girlfriend, if you're a guy and you have a girlfriend and you think that your girlfriend hasn't found out like information about all of your exes, even if she's like chill as possible, like we have. Like it's like the internet is our playground.
Could literally moonlight as
FBI.
Spies.
Yeah. I know then the government should hire more teenage girls for searching. I don't know why I said me as if I'm a teenage girl. Like I phrased that.
Of keep like including yourself in this teenage girl.
Hey kids.
Hey, how do you do, fellow kids?
What's
You're
up?
like, yeah, you know me and all the other teenage girls.
Yeah, I know what's up.
Speaking for all of the teenage girls out there as their representative, a 30-year-old.
Yeah, true. So true. I don't know if there's a conversation to have about this, but did you see Cristiano Ronaldo's ring? He doesn't have the ring.
Yeah,
it's the ring he gave to his fiance.
It's like an entire diamond mine on her finger.
I see
and
it.
It's so ugly.
There's a cap to ring size where it starts to look bad.
Yes. And there's something that really rich people who, I'm sorry, money can't buy class. Money cannot buy
That is a rock.
style. They will just try and they just want the biggest.
It's rich people.
The biggest
rich
ring
people
possible.
stuff.
It's the same thing. Did you see Lauren Sanchez Bezos' ring?
No.
It's being compared to this one too because they're both obnoxiously ostentatious. Do you remember when was it Kim Kardashian who had, I remember when she first got, I think it was engaged to Kanye and it was such a ridiculous ring size.
Was it?
And then these are even.
Kim K, Kanye ring. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what's funny too is it's like they're getting smaller, but they're still, and they're so ugly.
They're so ugly.
That is, you know what it looks like? You remember when we were kids and we would like buy fake jewelry and like that's what that looks like.
Yeah, like you would buy that from Claire's.
Did you ever watch the Robin Hood movie where he's a fox?
Yeah, it was
There's a
one of
scene
my
where he
first
goes-
crushes.
Same. He goes and he
Yeah, and he
sucks all the
gems
jewels
out.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, I think that ring is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yep.
And it really is it's just supposed to be a symbol of extreme wealth.
You know what rings I like? I'm over diamonds. Diamonds are canceled. I really like
But
opals.
I thought diamonds are forever. You like what?
Opals.
Opal.
Yeah, so it's like I've always thought that it would be nice to not have a diamond engagement ring because I don't know, like they're expensive.
I
and
mean this
don't-
so sincerely. I have never thought about rings.
Really?
I've never thought about what I like, what I don't like, ring size, ring shape.
I only thought about it when I knew I was.
Well, I guess
getting
you
close to
did
being
get
engaged.
married,
I did.
so
I did do that.
so
It's it's like I think we've talked about this before, and I like hate. I will say this. I have weaned myself off from talking about stuff like this because I don't want it to be a thing that is like part of my personality. You know, where it's like
your whole identity.
yeah, it's like it became like a joke. It's like people would make jokes about it, and I don't care about the jokes. It was just like I just want to like. It's been long enough now, and it's like I don't want it to be like a joke anymore because it's just like kind of overdone. But it's perfectly placed. It's fine. Anyways, whatever. There are certain things that I hate that it's like this, but there are certain things that I don't feel excitement about anymore because I already did it. And maybe that'll change. Maybe that'll change if I like ever get to the point where I want to get married again. But stuff like rings, stuff like a wedding, stuff like a wedding dress, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything towards it.
I just think it was something I've never thought about.
Yeah. Not all
Like,
little girls want to grow up and have a wedding. Sometimes they want to have an empire.
Sometimes they just want to have health insurance.
Yeah, true. True. Little girls don't want to grow up and have a wedding anymore. They just want to be insured.
Healthcare.
Please. True.
Did you see this little kerfuffle with Rachel Brosnahan, who plays Lois Lane in the Superman movie?
Oh, is it because
Did you see the clip where she's in the scene and they call cut and she just like quickly pecks David Corn's butt?
Yeah. I didn't see I saw that, but I didn't see.
I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid.
Can I just say dating an actor would be tough.
It's just acting.
Like,
Except then there are like
maybe-
so many affairs. Famous affairs have happened.
I was gonna say
set.
maybe your brain's different because you've done acting, but like I'm not strong enough. I know I'm not. I'm just not.
I've like kissed people.
Was it awesome?
No, I mean, it's just
Congrats on kissing people.
It's just part of the job. Yeah, I have a really different outlook on it, I guess.
Do they practice beforehand? Like, do you be like,
I
hey,
mean,
let's-
it depends. If it's
Yeah.
like a really sexy scene,
Yeah.
then you will
have to have that.
you should have coordinators and choreographers and like, yeah, you'll rehearse.
5, 6, 7,
Okay,
8.
let's practice making out.
Yep.
But obviously, as I said, there are a lot of famous affairs that have happened on
Yeah.
sets of film, like Brad and Angelina on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And you watch that movie and you're like, yeah, they were fucking.
Yeah,
They were
it's
fucking,
kind of
for
like
sure.
it makes sense. Like, of course, cheating sucks, and like you always, I think, can resist it. It is not a unresistible thing. But like
I can't.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like I simply
is
it had a mind of its own. But it's like I can understand why one step leads to another in those scenarios where they're just like basically hooking up on camera every day for their job, you know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the chemistry is so strong and the intimacy of the filming experience, like it happens, quite a bit. So anyway, Rachel Brosnahan is married to the actor Jason Ralph, who's also in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, if you ever watched that show. And they have been married for 7 years. But he's going viral because this clip that has Clark Kent and Lois Lane, played by David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan from Superman. This clip started making the rounds, and somebody underneath his Instagram post, someone wrote under the husband's Instagram post, "It's genuinely sad to see your career being tucked out to be remembered as a cuckold because your wife couldn't handle herself with her co-actor." Like, this commenter's a loser, by the way, for like going in the Instagram comments. Like, bro, let's have some self-love and stand up for yourself, man. Leave her to be with him if she wants that much at the end of the day. And mind you, this is based off of a short clip on set where she like gives him 2 pecks. Okay. So the comment was so parasocial and weird. Yeah. But the reason that people have been like, is because he liked the comment. So there's different interpretations. You can say, oh, he liked the comment because he's agreeing with it. He's trying to make his wife look bad by being like, yeah, you're right. She is a cheating bitch. Yeah. And I'm sitting here as a cuck. But then there's an interpretation of like he sarcastically liked it, or he liked it because it's such a ridiculous comment. But since then he's turned off comments on the post. But people have just been running wild, and of course, and then people just start getting so fucking weird. Like right before we went live, I saw a post that was a picture of the two of them from a red carpet, from like something, and he is standing. Like he's up on his tiptoes.
This guy?
The husband in the photo. And so because of the comment gate, the liking the comment gate, now people are just trying to dig stuff up one way or another to either be like, yeah, see, he's such an insecure little fucking piece of shit, or Rachel is a whore. It's just the internet, man.
Yeah, they're taking that
the internet.
Yeah, the clip, I remember seeing the clip and it was like, I don't know anything about acting, but usually when you watch, like when they say cut, they still kind of keep going for an extra second or two.
Yeah.
So that's what that was to me, is like she just was, I mean, you have a couple seconds to process that they said cut and then actually cut, and it could have been a sentence. In this case, it was a kiss.
Like, you don't, as an actor, you hear cut and then you immediately drop. Like, sometimes you're
supposed to be in that mindset.
Like, a lot of times too, they'll say cut and you're staying in character until they roll again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's honestly, to me, it's like such a nothing thing. Look, maybe things will come out later. Who knows? But also, like, people just get so fucking weird. They get weird. I also realized I never talked about my being on the red carpet.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
Can I show you? Let's see. I want to ask you about your red carpet that you did, which is very exciting. This is a picture of David Cornsweet in costume without the trunks.
Oh, I saw that.
And it's he looks so like goofy. A little kid in a Superman costume.
A little tiny boy.
Mom, I really want to go to the big
Mom, why won't you let me wear my costume?
I don't want you to go with me for trick-or-treating.
He's had it on for like 9 days straight.
Please, Mom. Yeah, so you got to do a red carpet interview, which is incredible. I did do a red carpet interview. Another one. Another red carpet interview.
Another one. It was for Nobody 2, the film that stars Bob Odenkirk. It's the sequel. And directed by Timo Chayanto. And so I was like big time with the press. It was
fighting for your life, from what I heard.
Yeah, it was Vogue, Vanity Fair, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Caroline Kwan
from Twitch. Yeah, with Scootish throwing
fighting
elbows.
For my life. I know. It was a really rad experience. Definitely was overwhelmed, but
how would you compare this one with the other ones you've done?
This one was the most hectic.
Okay.
This one felt like a movie premiere.
Yeah.
And all of the major stars appeared at one time.
Oh, really? So yes. It was Bob Odenkirk, and then I don't know who else was in it.
Connie Nielsen, Sharon Stone, Christopher Lloyd, he did not do any interviews, but that's okay because he's 85 years old and Doc Brown needs to rest. Sure. So he just kind of walked past, but and then there were quite a number of big actors on the carpet, but of course I was most excited to talk to Bob Odenkirk, and I got lucky and I got to, even though his publicist was like trying to manhandle him off of the carpet.
Yeah,
the premiere was starting.
Does he pick? Do you have to do Bob, 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 or does he have ones he's supposed to go up and talk to?
You don't have to talk to anyone. I think it just depends, and also I think it's courtesy, like to try and talk down the press line. But he was running out of time. They were behind schedule, and so we ended up then doing groups like at the end. So it was a group of us, 3 of us. But he was great. He was awesome. I wish I could have talked to him longer. He's a Chicago guy, like me. I'm a Chicago guy.
Yeah. Would you ask him? I haven't watched the clip yet.
Oh God. I mean, it was so fast. First I told him, yeah, well, there's just so much happening. And I'm also thinking to myself, like, okay, if I can only ask one question, like, what am I going to ask? Also didn't want to just necessarily, a lot of the questions that I would hear being asked were similar, you know? And I also, it was a very last minute thing too. So I didn't get a fully prep in the way that I like to, but I asked him, first I said, you were great in Glengarry Glen Ross. I just saw you in New York. And then we talked about like comedy versus drama, and because he started off in comedy. He wrote for SNL and did a bunch of sketch comedy. And then Saul Goodman was really, I think, his big foray into drama, like Better Call Saul, which is so good, phenomenal. He should have won an Emmy at least at one point for that. Oh, Rhea Seehorn, who's also from Better Call Saul, was there. I don't think she's in the film. I think she was just there for the premiere. So that was really exciting seeing her. But yeah, I just asked him about like his approach between, if it differs when he's approaching a role that's more dramatic, that's more comedic, kind of a mixing of the two. I think, like, I honestly, after I did the carpet, I blacked out.
Yeah, I want to ask you, because I mean, like, this is something that I think is something that I don't know about. It's certainly something that our viewers don't know about, like the process of getting yourself in the mindset of doing something like that. Like, what is the atmosphere like? Like, how do you feel when you're right in front of them trying to do your job?
Yeah, I try not to have imposter syndrome.
Sure.
Because I'm surrounded by veteran journalists, people who it's like, this is their job.
Yeah.
Me being on red carpets is a new thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my job.
Yeah, you have to be like, I also belong to
But I'm also
here.
like, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to represent, like, I'm alternative media. I'm an influencer. Alternative media. Sure. So I'm cognizant too of kind of the battle between establishment media, entertainment journalists, film critics, and then the world of influencers, because influencers more and more so have been getting invites to premieres, and there's clips that always go viral of influencers, like TikTokers asking really obnoxious, stupid questions. So there's just a lot that I'm considering. I'm like, okay, I don't want to come across as a dumb asshole, I want to represent Twitch well, live streaming well.
Yeah.
But also, remind myself, like, yeah, I should be here. Absolutely. I love this stuff. I care very deeply about film, about the industry. And, I do my homework. I try and prepare for stuff. I'm not here to just like get a viral
Were you
moment.
the only live streamer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so important too, because it's like, I mean, when you're the only person doing something in a room of everybody doing it the way that everybody's always done it, that's the thing,
For sure. And this was, I think this was a test so the Universal is the studio behind Nobody 2, and I think they want to start doing this more, which I would love more opportunities in this regard. But it was cool. It was really cool. I loved it, even though it was stressful.
Yeah. That's something you're good at. That is you know, when you see people do something, you see it in the content space, but you also see it in other spaces where you see somebody do something and you go, yeah, that makes sense. Like that's how that is for you, where I'm just like always so excited to see you do those because I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And ultimately, you know, I'd love to do award season. And I also feel very confident in saying like, I'm one of the few people who genuinely cares about this, you know, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of passion. Very passionate. So I would like to be a representative.
Yeah.
And I've been saying to Twitch too for the last couple of years, I'm like, I think it's really important for Twitch to be represented in the media this way, you know,
100%.
be at major events in the entertainment world. And
they have the resources to do that. Like they have the resources to get people there, and like they have you where it's like they all they need to do, you have your IRL set up, you can get a cameraman, you can prepare your questions. They just have to put you in the environment to do your thing. They don't even need, and then they can basically like slap their name underneath your name. What do you think is something that is like really helpful for your audience to do to like
watch
support
the stream.
Yeah, because that's
Watch the
something
stream.
I know that we have a lot of people that are from Twitch. That is probably something that's like less familiar for them from the perspective of a Twitch viewer, you know, because it's just like something that's new. It's like trailblazing. So it's always good, I think, for somebody to like ask somebody like, what can their audience do to make sure that you get to do this? It's like share clips, watch stream.
I mean, this one was really last second, so didn't have time to like promote it on socials, and also Twitch. I hope next time they can like front page it or promote it. But yeah, I told people, I'm like, just if you can, please watch the stream. Please be really excited in chat because they're looking at that stuff.
Yeah, and also like traditional celebrities, I don't know, like they're not super familiar with live streaming. This is kind of new for them.
I'll ask, like, do you know Twitch?
Yeah.
Are you're live on
and they
stream
get
right now?
excited. I mean, if you
I
show
showed
them
Kojima
the chat
because
and they love it.
I said to my chat, I was like, okay, everyone, Kojima's walking up, just start spamming.
Yeah.
Start spamming hards, be
Yeah.
like, Kojima. So I showed it to him.
Yeah, and I think that is exciting for them. I mean, you see it with people trying to collab with like Kai and stuff like that. Like they're interested in the live streaming aspect, and I think that showing it to them on a platter that feels wrapped up in a way that they're familiar with.
Yeah.
But also this new medium is cool. I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. How do we do this next part?
So
now
we have
that
a
we've
very
had a
special, let me know segment.
That's a crazy way to do this.
It was your idea.
We do. Yeah, true. I did say like we could have this be our let me know. And then we both went,
Yeah, maybe, we can throw something on top of it. But
yeah, true. So we had a long conversation before we started recording, and it's been a conversation that I think we both kind of like felt was like in the air, but we had it. I cried again because it's been a bit of an emotional couple weeks.
Yeah.
We started this podcast like almost a year ago, like a little bit under a year ago. And my favorite part about doing this podcast is hanging out with my best friend. And we get to hang out every Monday or whatever day. It's Wednesday today. And we talk sometimes so long before we record that we are kind of like exhausted by the time we get to recording. Which is awesome. And it's like a gift. But I think for me personally, we kind of just got to a point where I was like, I don't know if I love the podcast as much as I love hanging out with my best friend, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think my energy, I'm just speaking for myself, my energy, I think kind of started to wane on it. I also have some personal life stuff that I think has kind of taken the wind out of my sails and made me sit back and go, what projects are really the things that I want to prioritize and that are going to be things that I go forward with at like 100%. And so I think
I basically said to Sam, I was like, I broached this conversation because I said, I can tell that this isn't really something that makes you happy. You love spending time with me. I love spending time with you. And I just only want us to be putting our hearts and souls and time and energy into projects that we genuinely like. And I think the thing about doing content is you kind of try out different things. You try out different mediums, different platforms, and not everything is going to be something that you like, that you want to keep doing. And that's okay. And I think ultimately the podcast was not something that it felt worth putting all the time into it
yeah, I mean,
that was being put in every week.
it got to a point where it was like I was so excited to come over here, but then the podcast was work, and you really have to be careful with trying to workify the things that you love. And I trying to think.
You just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
it's
okay.
like we don't. I think I kind of don't want to make it more emotional than it is, and I know that the nature of the internet is you guys may feel inclined to dig into it more than it is, but there kind of isn't. I think we just did it for like a year, and it kind of was like, I don't know, this is kind of like work, and it was a side project that both of us were really excited about. But then there came a point where it was very much a side project that was really, really far to the side.
And I also said to her, I was like, okay, if I make you two promises, is that going to change things or alleviate pressure? I said, promise one, we're still going to hang out.
Yeah.
All the time. We'll still see each other. We'll keep making things together. It just won't be a weekly podcast. And then promise two is that I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I am completely, like, I am totally fine.
Yeah.
Because it's more important to me that we're both doing things that are exciting for us, that we genuinely want to be doing. So I said those two things. And I think once we decided, okay, let's not do a weekly podcast anymore, I think the relief from no longer doing this thing every week that had moved away from being fun was apparent.
But we aren't fully wanting to be done. We're turning this into a situationship is what we're doing.
Yeah, so we're figuring out how. So a couple things. We are, just so to be clear, we're not going to be doing our weekly podcast anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. But we were thinking like maybe instead we do something monthly, and maybe it's not always us sitting here around my kitchen nook, but something that is still under the banner of let me know.
We want to do it when we want to do it. We want to be like, you know, maybe there's a big event, maybe like Streamer Awards happens and we're like, we just want to talk about some cool shit that we just did. And we want a format to sit and do it. Maybe there's somebody in town that we're like, we should just sit and chat with them like on the podcast.
Yeah.
But we do want it to be we just have an itch that we want to scratch. So we sit down and we do a let me know because we have stuff that we want to let you know about. You know?
And then the other thing is, so I had told Sam, I was like, look, if we have to end this weekly thing, that's okay. Like that's totally fine. I am thinking though, for going forward, future stuff, I want to keep podcasting in some capacity.
You're podcast coded.
I'm a podcast girl. I love podcasts. I love listening to them. I just love talking. I have a lot to talk about. And it's good for me to have something that lives outside of my stream and outside of kind of like content, I think, in general, YouTube, etc. So I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I don't know if it's I solo it and bring on guests. I don't know. Too early to say. But essentially, to kind of reiterate, let me know. We'll still pop up here and there when we have special stuff, when we want to sit down and chat. But taking the pressure away from like having a weekly podcast. And then I will be looking at different avenues to like keep consistently podcasting because I am a podcast girly. And then we are going to be shutting down the Patreon.
Yeah, that's we don't want to take your money for free, obviously.
I think too. I think I said like if we close the Patreon but keep the channel alive. So if we were to sit down and like do a podcast one day or whatever it is, like, do you think that would make you feel better? And she said yes. And I said it because I agree.
Yeah.
So we want to say
it's not a going no contact breakup.
It's not going no contact, but we, having a Patreon, having people who are financially supporting, it's an obligation to deliver you something that is worthy of your financial support. So thank you. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah. Thank you to
everyone who loved us.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you for loving us.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting the Patreon. Thank you for supporting the podcast, tuning in every week. And we're sorry if this is really disappointing news, but it's not the end of the road. I don't even think it's like the end of let me know.
No, and it's like another thing we said too is like, I think because we do this, we don't game together on stream as much. We still do, but like, I don't know. I think it supplemented a project that we both are really excited about. But then after time, for me especially, I think that I just couldn't love it enough to want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like there are a lot of reasons why projects that content creators don't continue. But I truly it's so simple. It's just like, yeah, I just didn't really love it that much anymore. Like I just didn't love it that much. And I think I have other projects that I just really, really want to try.
And I think too, when you're kind of a one woman team, your time is really precious because you're doing all your projects.
Yeah, I edit most of my stuff.
You edit most of your stuff. You plan, so there's a lot of stuff that you have going on and that you're going to be planning for the future. And so it's just, that's how it goes.
Yeah. So, I mean, sorry if this is like a sudden thing. It's like kind of sudden for us, but also not really. Like, I think we just have really good communication as friends. And we just were like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? And I think that it's going to be good. I'm still sad. I still feel bad. But
I keep telling her it's
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I get it though. Like I can tell you over and over again it's fine. But I think once you feel it's fine,
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that is
that is that.
That is that.
We didn't know if we were going to put this at the top of the episode or just
the end of it.
Chat and then talk about it at the end, but that's the news, y'all.
I mean, we just appreciate everything that you guys have given us and everything that this has been because it's never been bad. It's always been fun, but it just got to the point where it was like work,
Yeah.
And work is
hanging out is always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hanging out is fun. And our community is amazing. We love you guys. So thank you for being knowers.
And you
stick
won't. This isn't
around.
the end of us.
Stick around.
Yeah.
You never know when we're going to pop up. So
Yeah, this definitely isn't the end. It is just we're probably not going to see you every week. Every week is tough.
we're not going to see you every
It's-
week
yeah.
on the podcast.
On the
but
podcast.
There's lots of other places
You
to
will see us together a lot still.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Well,
Guys, we will see you when we see you.
we'll see you when you see. We'll see you when we see you. I almost said we'll see you when you see.
We'll see you when you see you. When you look in the
When you
mirror,
see
you
you.
will think of us.
When you see you, you'll see us.
Yeah. And sorry to that one viewer that thought we were lesbians. This is our official. We are so proud of you.
We're so proud
From
of you.
your both of your mothers.
From your mothers.
Who
We are so proud
are not
of you.
romantically involved, but we can still be mother.
We're so proud of all of you. Mm-hmm. So,
In case we don't see you.
good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Move. Body move.